Hi, how are you doing? I hope you have a very nice day. I just thought that I want this channel to be quite personal, so I want you to learn more about me, and I hopefully want to learn, or I hopefully can learn more about you, so just that we get a little bit more interaction going on. So yeah, and that's why I want to do today a Q&A video. So the first question that I got is, did you struggle on your raw vegan journey? Yeah, I definitely struggled a lot on my raw vegan journey, and for me, it's progress or success is never like this. So it's never you're here bad and then you're here good and it's one round. It's more like this. So you start here, you're very bad feeling, and you go up, you feel great. Like here my health was not the best, and then I started eating fruit and I felt amazing, and then I was here, and then it got down because, for example, my parents were afraid what I eat, so I had arguments with my parents. Then I felt good again. Then, for example, I felt bad because I had detox, or I felt bad because nobody understood me, or my friends were not sharing the same passions of mine, or winter in Germany, so it's always up and down basically. So yeah, I had a lot of struggles on my raw vegan journey, but for me, my gains were bigger, and I think that's why I stick to raw vegan or to a high raw vegan diet. The next thing is, are my friends and family vegan or raw vegan? No. So my family still eats meat. My close family, I have one cousin who is vegetarian or vegan, and I have not so much contact with her, but she's vegan. And my close family and friends, however, are not vegetarian or even vegan. However, my very good friend of mine I met at the fruit festival, and she's vegan. However, she lives in Norway, so I have not so much close contact as I would want to have. But if you're watching this, I would just want to say you're a very lovely person, and I'm so happy that I met you. Really grateful that I know you. So yeah, but how do you deal with friends and family who are not vegan? It can be hard, it definitely can. For me, it's very hard to watch my dad, who had cancer and heart attack, to still eat fast food and meat, so it's super unhealthy. And just knowing now everything about nutrition and just how it's meat consumption and fast food consumption is so detrimental to your health. It's really hard for me now to watch my parents basically eating themselves to death. It is hard. And also the feeling of not being understood, because of course I want to be independent, however I'm still human and I still want to be understood and just want to be part of the crowd. I really believe that humans are crowd animals. So that's something that I struggle a lot. But maybe one tip that I could give you is to just be loving and kind, so not judge them or force them, because you cannot force people. You cannot buy someone's heart. You can buy someone's hand, but you cannot buy someone's heart. So you cannot buy someone's free will to do something. You have to be the example, show how amazing you feel, and that's the way to go. And that's how I learned, because at first I really wanted to push my parents, push my mom. It didn't work, and now I'm just like, of course I care, but I just say I don't care. I live my life, no matter what you say. I still eat fruit and vegetables. I won't eat meat or dairy products. It's just who I am. What you do is your things. And my mom, she's just sees how amazing I'm doing with my energy levels, and she almost or eats very seldom meat anymore. So it's definitely be the example and be caring and loving. The next thing is my experience with detox. So my experience with detox was quite horrible. First of all, I had terrible migraines, like the world was, or my head was exploding. Really terrible migraines. I had acne. I had to sneeze. I had muscle pain. I had emotional detox, like crying for hours. I had shingles on my neck. This can also be detox if your lymphatic system is overworked with. It can show with rashes and shingles. What else? I was very tired 1 week. So yeah, but just remind yourself that detox is natural. It's never your diet, but your body cleaning itself from toxic old waste. And detox symptoms are very different from person to person, so it depends. Yeah, and for some people it might be harder, and for some people it might be not so hard. And yeah, these were my experiences with detox. So just, if you go through hell, keep going. It can only get better. And after detox, you will feel amazing. The next thing is, what countries have I visited so far, and what are my travel plans for the future. So I've visited a lot of countries actually. Looking back, for example, I'm from Germany, so from Europe, and I visited Italy. I was very often in Italy because my mom and we both learned Italian, and so we visited Italy a lot. I was in France, and I was in Belgium, in the Netherlands, in Spain. I was in the UK. I was in where else? I was in Thailand, in Cuba, in what else? In Romania, in Croatia, Slovenia. Where else? I was in a lot of countries. I don't know. I think there are more, but in the moment I don't remember them. And where do I want to go? I want to go to UK Fruit Fest in UK. I want to go to Thailand to the Raw Awakening, and to the Fruit Fest in Phuket, no, in Koh Phangan in Thailand. And I want to go to Indonesia, so Bali, and I want to go to Goa in India. These are my travel plans. Let's see if I will make them. And yeah, and of course I want to go to Spain to the Fruit Festival. And it's really funny because now I'm really about just looking for fruity community, and not so much about travel destinations. But I will go to Tenerife as well. The next thing is my political view. It's really interesting and funny actually, because when I was growing up, I was really interested in politics. Like, I was this weird person sitting on the weekends at home and just informing myself about conflicts going on in the world, and international politics is something that I'm super interested still. But on this channel I want to keep my political view neutral or neutral, you say it. So for me, I don't know, I don't want to share it, yeah, because I want this channel to be quite uplifting, and yeah, I don't want to share it so much. But the next question is, how does my family deal with me being raw vegan or even vegan? I think my family thinks, and my friend think, that I'm crazy. Definitely think this, but I think they do also try to understand me, sometimes more, sometimes less, but at least they try. And I think it's not super easy for them because there's so much wrong stigma around veganism, raw veganism, etc. So for them they might be really, really afraid about me or something. So yeah. And the next thing is about, I have 2 more questions. The last question is limiting beliefs. I think limiting beliefs are really important because limiting beliefs are basically what's holding you back. And if you're not where you are in this moment, you're much likely to have limiting beliefs holding you back. And basically you learn limiting beliefs when you're growing up. For example, your parents say you're not allowed to do something, your classmates laugh at you because you've done something, you are afraid to do something because you hear something in the news, in the television, from your teachers or something. So we get a lot of information and we just say it's true for us, though it might not be true. So when we grow up, we really have to make an effort to get out old thinking patterns that are no longer of use for us and start new thinking patterns. For example, one thinking pattern for me was, when I share who I truly am, people will stop liking me and I will be alone. This is just a thinking pattern that I had, and what I did was basically writing it down, and on one side of the paper and on the other side of the paper just writing down, this is not the case because, and I will be okay if, and so this is not true because, for example, my parents will always love me, and I will like myself even then, and there are still people, my friends, who will like me. And this is actually completely the case, but because when I started my YouTube channel, there were still people who wanted to do things with me, friends who wanted to spend time with me, and this was for me really interesting to see that my limiting beliefs were just very weird and not true at all. So just rewrite your limiting beliefs. And now the very last question for this video is how to get motivated and how to start action now. For me, what really helps me is to clean. So maybe your room is dirty or your kitchen is dirty, just make some motivational talks on YouTube. For example, I can recommend Evan Carmichael. He puts out videos every single day. So because I think inspiration is something that you have constantly worked on. So maybe one day you're super inspired, the next day you're feeling like poo, and the aim is for you to be inspired every day. So watching motivational videos every day can really be super inspiring. And just cleaning up as just for and it just will get you in the mood of doing something, and then you have done something little like making your bed or cleaning up your room, and then you can move into bigger things, so you get into work mode basically. So these were the questions for the video today. If you have any more questions, you can ask me. I'm so happy to answer them. And yeah, I would really love to learn more about you, so I don't know how I will make it, but I will make it. So I wish you a very nice day and just the best. Much love.